Here's the deal, I won't waste your time. Let's honestly show how to start a store from scratch and make the first sale. I'll discuss my chosen niche, the domain I registered, and offer advice on potential niches for you. Many people struggle to believe they can get results online because of the process involved. It's a solid business, but it takes time to build. I have this channel, one of Brazil's largest for e-commerce, to work with international dropshipping, selling products from China and domestic stock in Brazil. I like to bring this kind of content, showing more practical stuff, showing the real roots, showing what the process is like from scratch, and giving you the chance to also learn from what I'm showing here and consequently build your own structure, not just copy and paste, but actually learn for real. And the niche I'm going to work in is actually quite different because it's a niche for selling products and items for aquariums. Some people, for example, keep fish as pets. I was able to identify this sub-niche, let's say, through ChatGPT, which helps a lot. So I recommend that you also practice using artificial intelligence a lot because it stimulates our creativity. Not only did I define this sub-niche, but I also created an awesome name which I'll show you. To be clear, I'll create my entire structure on the Shop platform, which I've recommended several times here on the channel because the Shop platform offers more than 60 templates. Just so you have an idea, I believe I won't even need to buy any paid theme, a paid template to use in this store for products. For those who have fish as pets, I'm definitely going to use one of the templates that Shop offers, so I'm going to create the whole structure as I've already mentioned here. Just a reminder, if you want to create your online store on Shop, there's a discount coupon link in the description for your monthly fee. But one thing I want to show on my computer screen is a bit about this name and the niche I'm going to work in. No, I'm excited because I haven't worked in this niche before. I want to show results are possible even without experience. I don't have any relatives, I don't have any friends, I don't have anyone in my family who has a pet that's a fish. I don't have one. With aquariums, accessories, it's going to sell everything, and I already want to give a heads up here. Don't underestimate how artificial intelligence like ChatGPT can help you create, not just for virtual stores. But any project, whether professional or personal, is really worth it. Many people dislike artificial intelligence because they use it incorrectly. I basically had a conversation, an idea with artificial intelligence, ChatGPT. In this case, I wanted to set up a store, but much more sub-niched, you know? Interesting sub-niches with low competition, with products that have a good average ticket to work with the dropshipping strategy. He brought me a few options. Besides that, even for those who have a pet turtle, in other words, you can work in several types of sub-niches. So you swim easily, selling a lot with no competition. I'm really putting myself out there by sharing this step-by-step process in the video. But that's okay because I know my audience. I know not 100% of people are good. There are some people who really aren't, but that's just something you realize. And there will be people who just copy and paste, and that's okay. It happens. That's the price I pay for sharing quality content here on the internet. Be authentic. I'm teaching you this, and no one can take knowledge from you. If you only copy-paste, you won't truly know it. So it's not worth anything. It's not worth it. You might even get a result, but it won't be consistent. You won't really live it, just like me, who's been making a living from the internet for over 10 years. I realized I shouldn't just copy and paste, which is why I'm still here today. But just to give you a reference, look at the number of products right here on AliExpress, just so you can see. It's about aquariums. Just look at the number. Some cost our Brazilian real 65.00 and are great for beginners. Others are more expensive with a wide price range. This one is our Brazilian real 82.00. Look at all these products. I'm just focusing on aquarium products. But there are some really cool ones. Look at this one, how cool it is. Really cool, really. There are some that go on the wall. Look at this, how cool. Check out this one, it's for the wall. Look at that, see? You can focus on plants, put it in the aquarium, or choose from many products. When you go on Shopee, there are a lot of options here too. Look at this, look at how many options there are on Shopee too. And here, there's a category where you can select aquarium supplies. You can select it here. It will already show an absurd amount of products that I can mine in this niche as well. Oh, and another thing I want to show as well. Look, this domain, and thanks to the help of artificial intelligence, it wasn't artificial intelligence that went there. Then it suddenly gave me this name. No, I was just asking some things. Look, try to remind me of some names that are more focused and easy to remember. I even showed this to my class. Create distinct names instead of abbreviating your own name, such as using initials. A YG store doesn't even make sense creating names like that. I've registered the domain, published it, and can integrate it into my Shop store. I won't focus on many specific details in the store building part, because I've already done that through my free tutorial. Step-by-step store setup, settings, and integrations on the Shop platform. A card will appear on screen, and I'll also put the link in the description with all the lessons. Alright, but let's go. What I'm gonna do now is this process here, integrating with my Novum Shop store, and I'll show a bit of the design, how it's going to look. Let's go. I've already set up my new store account on Novum Shop. As you can see, check out the zoom here. Novum Shop is showing the free days here. You have a free trial period that you can test out. But I got a 25% discount on the first monthly payment. You can see it here. Just access the link that's in the description. And the 25% off will already be applied, which is the Douglas Souza coupon. It will already be applied. You just need to build your store through the link below. Then you'll get the discount on this plan here. Which one do I recommend? Is this for dropshipping? Yes, it's perfect. Our Brazilian Real 59 per month, but only our Brazilian Real 44 for the first month. So I've already set up the store structure. You can see there's a dashboard here for my store. I'm going to set everything up here. So here we have statistics, we have access to our sales and the products. Novum Pago is Novum Shop's payment gateway and will likely be used in this store example. Initially, we're going to use it Novum View. This is more for those who have inventory. Novum Shop is introducing a new chat feature using artificial intelligence to offer support through WhatsApp. Artificial intelligence is interesting because it covers customer data, discounts, products, marketing, online store, and points of sale. This part isn't interesting. Now, there are social media connections, integration with marketplaces, which allows us to integrate with the tools that already exist here that we can integrate. We can install these tools, these apps here inside the Novum Shop platform, and then in this case, we can integrate, sell our products in the store online and on marketplaces like Shopee, Magazine Luiza, and Mercado Livre. Here are the apps where we do a series of app installations, including Dropshipping, the AliExpress product importer, for example. I showed the products from AliExpress there. We can import those products directly here to my store, the products I showed there. Aquarium products, decorations, and fish supplies. Who has a pet fish? Let's keep going. Hello, how are you? So, another day of recording has come, but it's really because I was very tired. I had some meetings and a few projects to work on. Well, right now, I'm in the process of creating a logo and I'm going to get everything ready. I'll show you how the logo looks here. And I actually did everything using artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence helps a lot. It already helped me pick the store's colors. You'll see it was a color that ChatGPT assisted me throughout this process, including creating the logo. You can use any artificial intelligence you prefer if you even have a favorite. But let's go. I want to show you here, directly on my computer screen, how the logo turned out. I'm sure you're really going to like it. You're watching this video so you can apply it too. Let's go check it out. The logo's almost ready. Really cool. These colors here, a pool blue, right? A little darker. Artificial intelligence itself also helped me a lot to create it. So I'm already in this process of organizing the store. I want to register products. I really want to sell through this store, exactly to show you that it's possible to set up a structure quickly, ethically, exploring a niche that's probably not very explored. By the end of this video, I want to show at least one sale through this store. Another key detail, it's through the Novum Shop store here. Yeah, I can change everything here in my store, so I can change the header like I'm clicking here. I can set the colors since I have the color code thanks to the artificial intelligence that helped me. The font type I'm going to use, the header information, homepage, everything. I can make changes here directly in my store. For now, it's like this, but it will be organized. I'll soon show you how it will look and how your store should be structured. Let's get to work. That's it. I just came back here to show you how the store is turning out. I've already created the banner and logo. Everything is already done. As I already showed you, it's already taking shape. It's coming together. Come here. Look how it's turning out on the mobile version. I'm showing it to you here on the mobile version. We've already created, for example, the free shipping banner. Check it out. And I made it myself. You see, I made it directly in Canva. This one turned out nice too. How will it be? Fish and aquarium products. But see how it's going. And then the banner rotates. Check it out. It's rotating. There's this one here. More beauty, more nature, more aquarium. I created this store slogan in a creative way using ChatGPT. That's why I said don't neglect it. It really helps a lot. More beauty, more nature, more aquarium. This one will be rotating. The slogans will change as we notice that the conversion rate is improving. We created the banners in Canva and the store began to take shape. See how it looks on mobile. Already much more organized, just so you know. But from this moment on, you'll start to see it more populated. I'll show the product I plan to test, the offer created, and the results when available. You know that I really like to show things happening here in practice as if it were my daily life, my routine here. So hold on, let's go. Hey, we're back here. Now I have the camera more static. I'm on another day here, obviously, but let's keep going. Because I set up the offer here and I want to show the product, the offer, I'll also show how to launch the campaign. All done practically right here on my computer screen. See? It's already here. The page is ready, the name is ready. Aqualux 4K mini transparent acrylic aquarium for beginners. I made sure to add for beginners. Why? In the settings I made directly on my product page on Nuvex shop, I want to show you this part. I added the brand and search engine optimization tags option here, so I put tags here that are important for me to optimize my product page. For search engines like Google. So when someone searches for aquarium for beginners and my e-commerce is well ranked on Google, that person will probably end up here in my store and make a purchase of this aquarium. So as you can see, it was a very simple aquarium. The images are here. It's important that you really focus on the images, that the images are in high quality. Do you see that there are no jagged edges here? Here is the pricing I prepared. I won't go into the technical details of pricing. How did I mine this product? Because I already have a lot of related content about this here on my channel. As I mentioned, I made a step-by-step series on building a store from scratch with all settings using the Nuvex shop platform. As I've already mentioned here several times. So as you can see, I've chosen the product and set up the offer. As you can see, it appears extended, but only on desktop. Always focus on creating a good offer, not just technical specifications. So there are people who only put this here, the product features. That's not it. This is important. Yeah, obviously it is, but it's not the main thing you should put. So really create a well-crafted offer. Bring the aquatic universe to your space with the Aqualux Mini 4K. This right here. What helped me was artificial intelligence. To come up with a cool name for this product, create names for your products. It's very important. Even to rank in search engines, but also to keep competitors away when they can't find it in the search. Because your name won't be a generic name, a minimalist, high-definition aquarium made with premium acrylic. So it's important to mention the benefits your product has. What are the mechanisms it has? The unique mechanisms it has that you can present within your offer that justifies him paying our Brazilian real 219.90 since the product costs our Brazilian real 130.00 with tax and shipping included. I priced things for a good profit even after paying for traffic. Remember, you can also get organic sales. Who are you? Make your content go viral on TikTok, make your content go viral on Instagram, and that way you always put the link there in your store's bio. People can buy the products. This is a great strategy, but I won't cover it now, though it's definitely worthwhile. If you know organic traffic, it's worth testing. I make a strong offer. You can pause the video. I'm going to read everything here and add images. And besides that, the testimonials, it's very important to always include the testimonials as well. Because this here is proof that the product arrives, and this is proof that needs to be in your offer and proof that the product works. Especially when the customer sends a photo of the aquarium with the fish inside. It's also important to clearly state the technical specifications. Especially this here. Accessories not included. Because then the customer looks at this image and thinks, wow, it's going to come with these little stones, it's going to come with these algae, it's even going to come with the fish, but no, it's not. Here, you always have to specify it in your offer, and you might find it strange that the offer is like this. Remember, this is on the desktop. All configuration is done directly there. But most of the sales will literally come from mobile. Like 98% of the sales access will come from mobile. Of course, on the desktop. It does. Of course it does. Of course it does. But the majority of people don't buy through the desktop. And if you see, I'm even here with my phone. I pulled up the same link and I'll even show it here. That's right. Check out the offer. It's well put together with quality images, organized paragraphs, and clear technical specs. That's how it is. Optimizing for mobile makes it look much better. This is one of the benefits of using a platform like Nuvex Shop, which brings this kind of feature, which makes things much easier. We practically don't need to make two versions of our store, one for mobile and one for desktop. We just need to make a few changes. This works well. Nuvex Shop's feature optimizes the store for mobile devices. There's an important detail I want to mention. I'm going to use creatives with images specifically for this product. I always recommend that you prefer to use videos. Since this is a micro niche and I'm new to it, it's harder to find videos of this product type. In my opinion, that's a good sign since few people are advertising, so I'll advertise more with images. How do you do it? You can get these images directly from the supplier. I also recommend getting images when the customer sends those more homemade pictures so you can make specific ads by putting the text there in the creative like, oh, my product arrived, I really liked it. That works well. Using your own customers' testimonials as creatives is very effective. And before you ask, can you find creatives? Besides what the supplier themselves provides, they put the images here in high definition. Of course, you're not going to advertise here. With this English name, it doesn't make sense here. But I highly recommend you find video creatives on this site here, which is Douyin. I believe that's how you say it, which is basically the Chinese TikTok. You know, there's a TikTok just for China. This is a really good place for you to find products. And how do you find them here? I'll give a quick example. Not with this product, since I've already looked for it, but with any smartwatch. Suppose you decide to sell a product like this. I'll copy the men's smartwatch. I'll enter the text in English here and use the translator to convert it to Mandarin using simplified Chinese instead of traditional. It already appears here. If I copy and post it on Douyin as is, that's the strategy. Let's give a hug to Glauto, my student at the independent school who taught me how to find creatives here. By the way, I'd like to mention the school where I teach all of this inside my vocational school. About dropshipping with weekly live sessions, updated classes, very close support, and I also teach in an up-to-date way through Nuvum Shop. There's a waiting list. I want to clarify that in a WhatsApp group, we don't send random messages. If you're interested in becoming my student, the waiting list link is in the description. Alright, let's continue. I'm going to paste here what I just copied. And look at this. A bunch of TikToks will show up, obviously about smartwatches. And the cool thing is, if you search for something specific with a specific name, like this one here, you can find only videos. These TikToks were made in China with this brand. That's interesting. There are so many videos here. Some have subtitles and aren't worth using, but others don't. This one does, but you can remove it. With artificial intelligence, it's really cool. Look how many there are. Just look. Just this tip alone is already worth your like, your subscription, and your comment. You might think, hey Douglas, search for the aquarium, but I already did that before starting this recording. But actually, since it's a very different product, this product here, this aquarium, is a product that's really different. It doesn't have that many ad options, so I'm going to use it more in image format. How do we get these images? I can simply download this one here, or just take a screenshot directly. I'll take a screenshot, right? A really old-fashioned way? That's fine. What matters is starting with the tools you have. Since it's a micro niche, I think advertising this way will help me better understand this audience's behavior. This is my first time working with this niche audience, which is very different. And now I'm simply going to take this link from the offer I created, these images, and launch a campaign. We're going to use TikTok ads. Yes, I want to test this product on TikTok, but there are several other traffic platforms you can try. This video aims to show you a store built from scratch in a completely new niche. With my knowledge being shared through this content, starting the store from scratch, at least up to the first sale, I'm going to launch this campaign here. I have another appointment, so I need to stop recording now and get some medical tests. The good thing is, I'll leave everything ready. The ad is ready. When I return from the tests, I'll see if it's sold and review the metrics. That's what's cool. That's the freedom of an online business. When you have a virtual store, you can simply set up a store structure in a short time and even launch your ads, and they run automatically for you. You can test it on Facebook ads, on Google, and also on YouTube ads. No problem, I'll show you specifically on TikTok ads, which is also really good. Well, I'm here on my TikTok ads dashboard. It's really simple to understand. It might seem complicated, but it's not. Basically, I'm even going to set it to Portuguese here. I'll translate the page to make it easier for you to understand. I'll click this campaign option. Several of my campaigns are paused. This is just a demo account. On TikTok ads, I'll click create and walk you through each step. Pay close attention to this tutorial. It already shows my advertising objective here. I'm going to select sales specifically. It's not in the TikTok shop, so it will be directly on the website. It gives me two options here. Use the standard workflow to create your campaign for maximum control over settings. Or the smart one, which basically will improve the performance of my campaigns automatically. A few years ago, I wouldn't even recommend doing it this way, but today the algorithm and artificial intelligence are helping a lot. Starting an ad like this works well on these platforms. Let's begin. Below, it asks about using a catalog. I won't use this feature and will enter the campaign name. I'm going to click Continue. Done. Now we're going to the ad group section. This is where we'll define the age and the type of audience we're going to target. I got this information from ChatGPT, which uses artificial intelligence. I do recommend that you use a prompt. This informs any artificial intelligence, and you'll be able to get this information. What is the audience profile, whether it's more male or more female? The age groups where most people are. So I'm going to put it directly here on TikTok so we can see how it will give us this data. I'm choosing Zoom and will explain how the process works shortly. I'll set my goal as sales, conversion, and data connection. Basically, it's the pixel that you have to install through this tools and events section. You can install it directly on your store. You can record purchases, so when a sale occurs in your Bshop store, it will be logged here. So this is the connection you make directly between TikTok ads and your online store. This happens on every traffic platform, including Facebook. It's all little bots that you install in your store, so they get smarter based on the information that's happening in your store. I am adding my existing pixel from another store. It just has this name, but I've installed the same pixel here. I set the cost per action. You don't need to put any of that, just the daily budget. Be careful with this. You don't need to start with 100, 200, or 300 rees. I suggest always adding 20 rays here and recommend a minimum budget of 70 rays to boost conversions. Obviously, it's going to want you to spend more, but you don't have to. You can start your campaigns with 20 reais, which is enough for you to start analyzing. I'm not saying you'll make 1,000 sales with 20 rays, but you can start analyzing the information you're getting. Set the start time. I'll add it here now. It can begin once the campaign is approved, as it requires an approval process. I'll set it so it already starts linking the location. I'll select Brazil and Portuguese. I want Portuguese and more options. I won't exclude any audience. Now, I need to test more about how the placement will be here, what kind of audience will accept this ad. Afterward, it can display these metrics. For example, if I made 10 sales, it can show this data. There were 5 sales, mostly to people aged 25-35. Then OPA sparked interest, so I need to go there now. Focus more on campaigns for this audience and placements. Since they're already suggested, I recommend leaving all options selected. And Pango is also an excellent option. For those who don't know, Pango is those ads that appear directly in mobile apps. This is really interesting too. I've already run separate campaigns on Pango and it works really well. Now pay close attention to this here. This is the coolest part because we're going to create our creative now. So I'll put it here. It's from one end since it's going to be an image format. Oops, let me check this here. No, you don't need to. It'll be an image format and show up immediately. How does the destination uniform resource locator work? I'm going to put my store's link. Look, I put it in, see, it showed up. Sometimes it says, oh, there's an error with this, there's an error with that, but that's okay. Add uniform resource locator parameters automatically. That's fine. Let me put this here. Preview, all right, look here. It recommends at least 6 materials, that's what's recommended, or 6 videos or 6 images, that's what I recommend here. Since we're not going to work with the video part, we're going to add images directly, okay? So should I upload the images? Are there other images here? I'll upload the image. There are also other videos, so I'll upload all 3. It's analyzing, it really does the analysis. Look, it asks us to fill this out here, all right? Edit it however you like. I'll confirm. It's loading. Oops, all 3 images uploaded. I'll confirm again. See, can you see how it's already showing up here? Look, it already displays it. Look, and here I can see the different ways it will appear. Look, there it is. If someone searches for aquarium, it will appear right here. See, there it is. That's how the ad works. And the TikTok search feature is really good. It's highly praised. It's impressive. Let's go back to feed. It keeps appearing in a carousel format. By the way, this is an update. Before, we were able to advertise on TikTok without necessarily having a TikTok account. In fact, for me, it's much better because I don't like TikTok when it comes to consuming content, but selling there is really good. I just need to connect my account here. It's pretty simple. You log in even without an account or wanting to use TikTok for content. Just make one so you can advertise, which is better. Below, I can add the creative, so I'll put something simple here so I can test the audience. Aquarium for beginners, I'm putting it here. Look, fish lovers, this is the one I want. Done. Ah, it's asking me to add more text. All right, let's add it. So I'm going to put the best aquarium for beginners. Who should I say the best aquarium is for? I put 3 here just so you can see how it looks. Here is where you add information about the product, but you don't need to include this kind of information. Tracking is also optional, and here I can simply click on Publish All, so I can choose that option. And then my listing will go through a linking process. Actually, not linking. First, it will go through a review process. After it's approved, then it starts the linking process. So as you can see, it will look like this, right? Like this. And the text will be shown here, the text we just added. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to publish this ad, I'm going to set it to run, and I'll wait for it to be approved. I'll even record the approved take for you, and then I'll head to my appointment. And I hope that when I get back, at least it will have been linked. The ad should already be running. I think it will be quick since it's a fish niche and likely won't require a detailed review. It should be easy for them to analyze. And then, that way, we'll see if there will be any sales or not. I hope there will be sales either organically or through paid traffic, and I want to show that here during this video. And look how cool this is. The Aquarium 1 campaign has been launched and is already active with a daily budget of 20 reais, and it's already active. Now let's let it go through the review period. This really takes a while. Sometimes it can take 30 minutes to an hour for my uploaded ad to start running. And here we'll let it run, we'll take it easy, and then we'll move on to the next steps. Hey, hold on, I'm already on another day here. And on the day I launched the campaign, I showed the campaign that was approved there, but it took a while to link, and it only started linking in the early hours of the next day, and then we made our first sale. I admit I was surprised we made our first sale so quickly. The most interesting part is a sale was made, but payment was still pending, so it wasn't truly completed. But then the second sale happened, and this one was through Pix. Really, the sale of the aquarium went through, as you can see there on the screen, the sale. I'm withholding the customer's name for privacy, especially since I'm handling data like cadastro de pessoas físicas and full name. I always like to share this content with as much transparency as possible, even for my clients. That's why I only recorded the computer screen. Every moment here, I'm opening Steam to play a little game. This is the freedom that an online business, a virtual store, provides. In fact, the campaign is running. It spent about more than 40 reais to actually make these sales. Of course, it's possible to lower this cost per action, obviously, so we can maximize our profit margin, but that's how it is in the beginning. You spend a little more. Then you start optimizing, you collect more data, more information about your customers, and you create more targeted, more assertive campaigns even. Look, this is the game I'm playing. Look, I've got over 33 hours in this game. Here, King Kong delivery, really good. So as you saw, is that the goal? You won't achieve that overnight. I have intuition, I have experience, but I taught you exactly everything on the computer screen. What to do, how to choose a niche, how to start a store from scratch. The first sale is crucial. I still remember mine, the day, place, and how it felt. But I don't remember the first time I made my first 100,000 raise on the internet, for example. I kind of remember the year, but the first sale is very important. That shows it works for you, not just others. Let's do this. I'm pausing here. Let's switch to my static camera to chat as we wrap up this video. That's it, guys. As you saw, it worked and everything went well. This content takes a lot of work, but I put in a lot of care because I know it helps you understand. How does working online and running an online store work, especially when starting from scratch and seeking results? Sharing this kind of experience with you, that's my main goal here on the channel, to help you prosper financially through the internet. Even if you start with dropshipping, you can expand your options and grow your income and accounts. I'm fine either way, since working online is like that. As I said, the store was made with Nuvem Shop. As I said, I have the discount coupon, you can access it here. I'll add my playlist in the description, along with the step-by-step guide and free YouTube course I made with Nuvem Shop. Now, I want to ask you, I know you probably already did this, but if you haven't, leave your like, subscribe to the channel, because there are videos like this every week here. And I also want your comment, I want your feedback. What did you think of this content that I made with so much care for you? So that's it. Big hug, bye-bye.